Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So I'm trying a new sound thing to take everyone's bites because I determined that what I was using sucked ass. So I've been messing around with a new thing. Uh, so I'm just letting everyone know I'm starting to record because I did catch Johnny's little racist comment last time where I was like, "Hey, I'm recording."
Yeah, we gotta be a little careful about that.
so so
Uh,
I
don't
need to
post
have a
that, by the
dirty
way.
podcast.
Yeah, don't post that one,
no, I didn't post any of them because
or at least edit
the
that little bit
sounds
out. That
the
was too. That was too much.
the sound sucks. So you had to turn it up really loud just to barely catch anything, but you could catch it. That was the funny part. So, anyways, I moved the screen over to the drow ship.
Yeah, man, it's been forever.
Oh, it's been a long time, and as I was going through stuff, I was like, shit. There's because I had such a hard time remembering. I don't think I'm ever gonna do this like swap back and forth between two crews again. Where it's cool, but it goes with the storyline, but it is confusing.
A lot to keep up with.
Yeah, especially since I'm
Well,
not.
you're the one who made the time adventure.
Yeah, but I was thinking
Oh,
about it. It's just
And
been a
then
while.
railroaded me and Chris and Ryan into it.
I didn't. I didn't do shit.
you're, you're like, I don't know what else y'all are gonna do with everybody
if
gone.
if
You're
that
gonna go.
didn't
You're gonna
happen,
go break this prison ship with the three of you, or you want to just go to the time asteroid?
dude, this is like a 9 out of 10 campaign story. Like it hit awesome levels because things got so crazy. I have
mhm.
zero regrets that we went into the time thing and that everything turned out the way that it did because I feel like it made the whole story better.
I
Yeah,
don't. I don't have any regrets either. But I'm saying this was all Jason's doing.
I do regret not having all the episodes recorded because I really think this has been a fun campaign. And
You've got to write it out somehow. Like you have to. Like because it's who could have predicted it going this way?
yeah,
Like us going in definitely couldn't have, right?
yeah, but it was fun. But hopefully I've gained a little legitimacy where next thing I throw out, everyone won't be like, no, I don't know. It'll be like, okay, we'll do it just because we trust you.
Ew.
I do. I you have earned my trust with this campaign for
Nah,
sure.
Jason, I don't trust you at all.
I think I
Well, I'm super paranoid. I will like I will always be on my toes around Jason as a DM because my first interaction with Jason was
a TPK.
was him wiping my party because the boss fight started like uh 50 yards before like we thought it was where it was starting, so we didn't our raid buffs weren't applied when we went in the room, and
Ouch.
I held back just a little bit, trying not to be a showboat. There's that too.
Was this the monk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually that happened because the giant boss that we turned to our side turned against us with the final boss.
That too. But even with that, if I was fully buffed going in there and had just like unleashed my uh flurry of blows, blood crow strike on the main boss, like I conceivably could have one shot that final boss like in one round.
True enough.
Like I was able of doing like over 350 damage in a round with that monk.
Ha! So
Yeah,
you
that
did
was
take
insane.
it. Now I had a good plan. I had a good plan of attack, and it went
You
well.
had too many actions, is what you had.
I had a good plan of attack.
You had way fucking too many actions.
Yeah, so that was my first
You got to
interaction.
you got to act with like 5 dudes before we even got to. Plus, there was like additional special actions for the bosses.
No, wait a second. Rizzo, I think I I had another interaction with you whenever we went to Kevin's house, right?
Kevin's house.
Who is a manager at Saltgrass who played D&D.
I don't remember Kevin's house.
Oh well. I had Russell.
I'm pretty. I thought. Yeah. No. I think over at Russell's was the first time
Okay.
I played with you.
Yeah, people were crying. It wasn't pretty. So, anyways,
Anywho, I
do
need to
regret
pull up.
that. But anyways,
Are you talking about Cameron?
yes, I do regret that.
He was upset.
He
Yeah.
was pretty upset. But I
I
get
mean,
He's a sensitive boy.
it. Like 3 years with a character and then see your character die.
Well, no, his was the only one that survived.
He was the one that escaped.
He was the sole survivor, and it was not 3 years; it was 5 years that we played that campaign.
Well, it was still pretty rough.
5 years that I was playing that campaign, and I came in late.
Was it Jade Regent?
No, it was Shattered Star.
Oh yeah.
Shattered Star.
You play Shattered Star, Ryan?
I have not. I started playing Shattered Star with some people, had some really fun characters, and then someone who kind of had a connected character to mine just solidly bailed on the concept, and I don't know, it just kind of fell apart. I was pretty disappointed. I was playing a mind control kind of person, and the other person was playing a martial monstrosity, also a skinwalker boar. And my character had some fun mechanics, but essentially we were the best of friends in the AP, and everybody's like, "Oh, how did you guys meet?" And of course, his answer would always be, "Wow, I don't know, like, hey, we've been friends as long as I can remember," to which my character always responded, "Yes, as long as he can remember." And that's always kind of, so whenever we meet new people or something, like someone asks, it's always like, "Yeah, we've been friends as long as I can remember." Yes, as long as you can remember.
Like, I concur.
I like
Yeah.
it.
I planted it in his head. I concur. Alright,
Maybe.
so this group consists of, if you'll go to the little thing,
That's right, we had Phoenix. Do we still have Phoenix with us?
Rinsha, yes. We
Rinsha,
remembered her name.
yes.
Oh, right. Yes, she has a name. It isn't Phoenix. Got it.
Her name is Robert Paulson.
And
Roberta.
And
Oh man, we back with Cal. Cal's back.
And Cal's back.
Cal is back, boys.
Cal is back.
Veer.
Back again.
And so y'all are traveling through drift space on y'all's way to Elantris, correct? And if I say no, I'm gonna be like,
Yes.
shit. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
No, I thought we were heading back to Pirate Rock.
So, how far back in the other timeline are we? Like, how far back in time are we right now to where we finished the other group?
Couple weeks.
A week or so.
8 months. No.
Okay. A week or
I
so.
would say because ship
9
travel.
days, 7 hours, 32 seconds.
Done.
9 days. All right.
9
Cool.
days, 7. You said it.
It's canon. So, y'all are heading towards Elantris. I'm just gonna read a brief description. Elantris is a spacer colony of refugees, orcs, humans, goblins, and other slave races that the Drow have made some of their homes on Elantris. Elantris first started as a refugee home to many of those that fled Drow captivity in Apostate originally. Originally, the main ship crashed looking for the famous pirate haven of Broken Rock, and after many years, they've converted it into some semblance of a thriving community. Due to the violent nature of many savage species that call Elantris home, Elantris is a place of chaos barely held check by several clan-like factions. Brawls and fights are common on Elantris, but fights to death are rare. The glaring exception of the fights is the gladiatorial rings. Blood sports are common, as well as the famous Kaltok duel, a duel in which two people swear upon the gods that the loser deserves death. There is no mercy for the weak. The interesting part is the duel is that the challenger / challengee cannot have a say in the manner of the duel and must abide by the judges, a neutral third party that hears the case and chooses the fight based upon the reason for the challenge. There's a particularly foolish story of a judge going through the ancient rule of paper, rock, scissors in a very disrespectful challenge between an impulsive young orc and an older human. Eventually found by free pirates, the city itself decided to pay for protection rather than wishing for a war. The current free captain has jurisdiction of a place tiefling called Gladius that sometimes put the fight and others in the gladiatorial ring just to show his power. Alright, there's a brief description of what Elantris is, because we are heading there.
I remembered the last thing that Cal said he was going to do.
What?
Contact Regs.
Okay.
Because he's our operative who's been stationed down on Elantris, gathering info and hooking us
For
up
the whole adventure.
for literally the entire campaign till now.
He's been there for a while.
He has. He's like it was like our second mission.
Okay, so what are you sending Reg? So imagine yourself at the computer screen in drift
his
space.
plan is that when we arrive, he's going to cut ties with his position and meet with us, rendezvous with us, and give us all the intel that we need and all that. So I'm just going to send him a message to him that just says it's time, and he knows what to do.
Okay. It's time. Know what to do. Okay. So this is approximately several days, or it takes y'all several days to get to Elantris. Are y'all going to be coming out of drift space a little bit further away from Elantris, or are y'all planning on coming like basically in the orbit of it?
Well,
That's right. I'm not the pilot anymore.
Part of
Yeah,
me was hoping that
Grimok is gonna.
that Regs would kind of have an idea for this, so
Well,
that we have a safe plan of a safe way to land the ship without raising suspicion.
which is why I'm gonna come out of drift space a little further out. That way we can contact him.
Okay.
All right, that's a good call.
Well, we're
Because
not.
it's not, you're not going to be able to have like instantaneous contact with
Yeah,
us in drift space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So y'all are gonna come out a little bit further out and just kind of wait for Reg's response. That's what it's kind of feeling like. Okay. Well, like I said, since we're doing a recap kind of in a series of conversations, basically this time period's gonna be during that time where y'all are waiting on Reg's response.
These are my confessions.
So y'all are different places aboard the ship. Feel free to move your characters wherever you think your character would be just during the normal daily operations.
Yeah, we don't have Zalia.
No, Zalia's not.
No, we don't.
Grimok is he'll be in the mess hall eating his gefilte fish and rice, like the only two things he eats.
Gefilte fish and rice.
He's nutritionally sound. I've talked about this before. With this fucking horribly scarred face. He doesn't know any science.
Gefilte fish looks so bad too. I've never had it, but it looks so terrible.
I don't even know what it looks like.
Hold on, let me pick the best image to send. This one.
Are you gonna be like?
It's just like an old Jewish thing to say.
Be among your lizard, checking it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like bouncing back and forth between taking care of my lizard and taking care of the engines.
Alright, so we'll kind of move you down. Which, by the way, there was a robot y'all still hadn't killed yet, but I'm just gonna just wave that.
There was still a robot that we hadn't killed on the ship.
Yeah, he was hiding in a room, but
Oh shit!
in the room. So I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I'll just
Can we have Veer have killed it?
Yeah, if you feel
Just
like if you're just bored, you're like, oh, okay.
I mean, I'm probably gonna walk around and clear the ship anyway, right? It seems like something Veer would do.
So, let's start off with who wants to go first? Because
Kip does.
Bouncing around a few people. Okay, so while Kip is training his lizard, which by the way,
lizard.
Kip, your lizard, if you do want to actually train him, there's actually rules in the Starfinder thing to pick up feats to be able to control an animal companion.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna be leveling probably after this quote
This session.
session.
Okay.
I decided it last night, and I was like, you know what? Let's just, because it's gonna be mainly RP, it won't really make that much of a difference.
Right.
So if you gain a feat this level, feel free to take one. That way you can start using it or start planning out what you're planning on doing. But remember, the campaign's probably not going past, I would say, 11th at max.
Got it.
Okay, so as you're going through that, you see Rinsha kind of walking towards you. And does she go inside the lizard room, or do you think? I actually think that she would talk to you in the.
Yeah, she'd probably come find me in the engine room.
And she says, "Greetings, Kip."
Oh, hello, Rinsha.
She says, "So, because y'all kind of talked a little bit," and she says, "So you're an aberration also."
I had a conversation with Rinsha, trying to like convince her that we weren't enemies. Like I had to calm her down a bunch.
Yeah, your leader said that you're an aberration also, and she kind of points towards her tattoo.
A variant is maybe the term that I would prefer.
She says, "I'm sorry, variant."
Oh no, like no offense taken. I just I'm alike but different from my counterpart.
She says, "So y'all were there when y'all were there when I awoke?" And she kind of sees like you see a dangerous kind of gleam in her eye.
As a recap, we arrived afterwards. She had already busted out of her pod, and we had seen the destruction she'd caused.
We'll get to you, Cal. We'll get to you.
I was saying out of character as a recap on what had happened in the past.
Yeah.
Remember.
No, when I woke up, you had already escaped.
And so you were also imprisoned.
Yes, I was apparently in a capsule not too far from yours.
She says, "So were you kidnapped?"
You could say that. My origins were stolen from another Yosoki, and I was grown in that lab, apparently.
So you're a clone then?
Yeah. Yeah,
Did
I got a test tube for mama.
do you did you find any information? Am I a clone?
Um, I honestly don't know, but considering the pirate's modus operandi, or the drow's modus operandi, my guess is possibly, probably.
So how many of us are there?
Dozens? Hundreds? I don't know how many of us actually survived. For all I know, we're the only two.
So what? So what drives you?
Well, Zilia.
Oh,
As far,
Yeah,
Zilia.
as far as you know,
but we
Zilia
don't know
might be
that.
different because she
Yeah.
wasn't found in a pod, and that there was a certain amount of talk about her actually being somebody's child.
Yeah.
She is a. There's a different
Malta.
code for her on the experiment list too, so
Mm-hmm.
that does
Yeah.
make sense.
Um. Well, I may have implanted memories that I guess you could say don't exactly belong to me, but I also have plenty of my own memories, made mostly with this crew, and my purpose might not be glorious, but it's mine, and wherever I come from, whatever bizarre relation I may have to the woman whose genetic material I come from, I'm my own person. And you know, even even before I knew I was a clone, I knew I still had plenty of things to figure out about myself. Um, all that's really changed is some of the story that I tell about where I come from, but where I'm going, that's still wide open.
She says.
I don't know. I guess that's what moves me forward. The
So,
the wonder of it all.
and then we'll stop there with you,
That was awesome.
and then
Very nice.
what we'll do is then go on
Curtsy, curtsy.
to Gromick. Digilife walks in. Gromick, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he failed it. I don't need to roll it. He failed it.
Just roll it.
I mean, it's Grimlock. I have terrible, terrible, terrible perception. Let's see.
Really good initiative though.
What I get? A 10.
Well, when Digilife walks into the room, you notice that his skin, where it used to be kind of I want to say a greenish kind of cast, you actually see that his skin is almost grayish. When he walks into the room.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Digi, what's up with the skin, bro?
And he's like, what? And he looks down and he's like, I don't know. Pow, wham, bam, zap. He says,
What is he?
Batman
How did
bust
he?
in? Like, wait,
How,
what?
how did he devolve into an Adam West character?
because since Russell's not here, I'm gonna make him regret it if he ever hears any of these.
Holy onomatopoeia, Batman.
For real, dude.
And
Uh,
he goes,
I don't
Gromick.
know.
He
He's
says,
like, go run some tests on yourself or something.
he's like, man, I've already been running tests on myself all day. He says, I don't know what it is. I was curious since you've been around the galaxy. I've been searching through the systems. My skin's turned this weird color, and I just don't know what it is.
Have you been rapping?
Is this the first any of us are noticing this?
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, did it just happen?
He says that it happened, he thinks about 10 hours ago and 32 seconds.
I'm like, well, it's fucking weird. Can you keep it contained in case maybe you're gonna kill us all?
No, it's not really affecting me, Zap pal. I'm just gonna have fun with it. He says that he doesn't know quite what it is, but the reason he came to you is there's a communication that arrived for you, and he kind of points to the screen and he says that he was just gonna let you know personally because it seems to be from your grandfather, and with that he like leaves.
All right, then I'll read it.
All right, you go over to the computer and press a
Or
couple of
watch
buttons
it.
on the screens. And after a few moments, the feed comes on, and you see that it's your great father, and basically sitting on his throne because he tries to radiate power, even though he's an older man. Uh, and he says, "Grobek, my son, or my great son, my favorite." He says, "I hope this finds you well, but if I want to say a few days ago, a a friend of yours showed up here, and I just could not turn him away. There was something very different about him. And he came, and he only spent a day or two here, but he made some communications and asked me to give these to you at the correct time. So I hope this finds you well, and he oh, he was in bad shape. He was puking all over the place, and he went by the name of Khaled. And I don't know if that rings a bell with you, but I just found myself not being able to turn him away. Anyways, good luck." And then you see that there's a total of 4 file folders. They're
All
downloading
right.
with the stream, and it shuts off, and you see that one of the file folders is for you, and the other 3 are to the other players. You can, of course, look at them all if you feel like it before passing them on.
Well, before he passes them on, he's gonna look at his own first and see what it is.
Okay. Well, you go through, you get on the file because it doesn't take computer use to do it. You click on it, and you see like a fuzzy static screen before it finally coalesces into a being known as Kaladin. You notice that there seems to be a resemblance to Cal, but you've never seen this person before. And he says, "Grobik, I know this will come as a surprise, but I am," and he goes into his whole kind of backstory a little bit about how he believes that he is the flip side of what the evil gosh, I can't think of his name right now. Somebody help me out.
Alcadar.
Alcadar, yeah, thank you. I'm gonna write that down.
Cal Kadar
Alcadar.
He
with a
says,
C. The Cal Kadar. That'd be good.
"No, it's Alcadar."
No, but the Kadar part has a C, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so don't hate. I tried to keep them similar, but leave me the fuck alone. So, he goes into his spiel about where he came from and everything, and he says, I just wanted your group to know that there is a second group, and they have gone to, and he gives the station and says that Alcadar will be making his move soon, and this is a warning. He explains that he can't really go into too much, but if you were to ask him anything, what would you ask him?
It's like a digital interface type thing.
No, but if you're going to say something, I'm simply gonna be like, I know what you're thinking, because he has a certain amount of clairvoyance. So basically, he's gonna answer even though it's a stream.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, is what we're looking for on Elantris?
What are you looking for?
I don't fucking remember. What are we here for? We gotta talk to the
We're
Asimar
here
about.
to what? No, we're here to rescue Krinish.
Yeah.
That's
Rendezvous with
not
Regs.
necessarily why y'all are here. That just happens to be one of the reasons. The main reason y'all are coming here
I disagree. I'm here for Krinish.
was for the doctor.
The doctor. Well, that was from way back, but
We don't even have Zalia anymore, though.
Krinish is someone who's personal to our group. The doctor we've never met before.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna think. Is Krinish on Elantris? Does he not know who Krinish is?
He says, I know you want to ask about your friend. And you see that he kind of vomits out a little, kind of like purplish.
Even his AI vomits.
Like, no, it's not AI. It's a actual stream recording.
Oh,
that
gotcha.
He made before y'all showed up, because he was there a day or two at thing, and he says that, don't worry, your friend should be able to find an ending one way or the other.
What the fuck? And then he's gonna call everybody into the main room. Be like, I got something to show you guys. And then he'll show them all and give them all theirs.
Okay. Do you ask him anything else, Gromit? Because he's vague on that answer because it doesn't really concern you, in his opinion.
I mean, he doesn't really care. You know, not this Gromit. Like, he didn't have a family to go back to or anything. He's just fucking shit up, dude.
But this is the Gromit that has the coordinates to Orc Homeworld, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So he has something to live for. I mean, he has motivations.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I could ask him about that. Like, this axe, is it really a map to the homeworld?
And he says, Gromit. The axe isn't what you think it is. It does not lead to the homeworld. But it does lead to a prize. A prize that might help you on your destiny.
Fuck. Okay.
He says you will need the axe. The axe is a key.
To killing 5 guys in 2 rounds?
He says you must place the axe in the keyhole.
Oh, it's a keyblade. Okay. Sora! Riku! Kyrie!
And then that's it. And then it shuts off, unless you have any more questions.
Romic. Uh-huh.
This is it! No. I don't. I've been replaying Kingdom Hearts, the first one, for my daughters. And so I hear a lot of Sora.
Alright, so y'all come in there, grab the files. Does anyone wish to open theirs up that hasn't gone yet? Cal, Veer, either one of y'all want to go?
I will
first
wait
with
till the
files?
end. I'm gonna wait till the end. You just leave.
Veer just throws it in the trash.
Yeah, no. Veer looks at Gromit, takes the thing, and then just walks out, and then takes the, I assume, elevator
Okay, you can go to the elevator,
to the.
and you kind of on the elevator ride. Yours isn't really a conversation. I'm just simply reminding you of something. Veer kind of looks over to his armband, and he can clearly see the name Hagras Delgaunt on it, and a bio that he lives on Atlantis.
Oh yeah,
Oh, your bounty?
it's a long time. God, I'll keep track of all those bounties.
And then we can bounce to Cal.
It's a Vesk. Yeah. Huh.
It's a Vesk noble that resides in the Atlantis.
You didn't. Is there like a dead or alive still? Is there any more information?
It's dead or alive. And it
Okay.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on just take a picture.
Okay.
It does give you a basic description of the Vesk noble. He apparently is a advisor in the court.
It was.
Well, it still is for now. What's on the video?
All right, let's go to.
Or are we going to Cal?
No, well, I can go to the video. I have like between 3 and 5 on each people, so I'm just trying to hit them. Kind of just go to one to the other. That
Gotcha.
seems the most. This seems the most thing. If you want to look
Stream.
at the file, what you can do is
Cocaine,
we
if
can
you
go
get with
ahead and do the file.
I love the concept that that Kaladin is Cal's dad, right? Is it? Do I have the right character?
Actually, yes, you do have the right character.
I love the idea that he recorded this before we ever asked the questions and had the answers for the questions.
Exactly.
Like that's dope.
So,
Like that episode of Doctor Who.
Veer,
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Dave Bennett.
Veer sees this, and then he goes back to his computer. And I actually got a question, Veer, because we can hit one and then the other. As you're in the elevator, you try to hit the button, and a quick twitch of pain, almost like a spider bite, hits your arm, and it kind of yanks over to the side, and you kind of hit the wall rather than the button, and just kind of like, like stretch out your finger. For some reason, ever since that battle,
That's
you've been
right.
getting this weird
I forgot.
This is
You're
cursed.
still
Veer.
cursed?
I'm still cursed.
He's fully
Oh,
cursed.
God. Minus 6 to your attack? Oh, God.
I think it was only a 4.
It was for.
Oh.
And so
Hey, how do we get this off of him?
wondering why this has not gone away. This is It's been a little bit long. And so
Well, that means Vera's especially grumpy, I imagine.
yeah,
It's a permanent curse.
because it's been like a week and a half. Every time you've tried to do something that requires dexterity, you keep feeling this almost like a spider bite, like on your hand, and it just kind of radiates up your arm. I mean, you can ignore it, but it's just becoming frustrating.
Yeah, no, yes. Yes. I will be dealing with this as well now. I've come up with a solution.
All right. Chop off your
Why
hand.
did that
Like
sound
to,
menacing? Why
this
did that
data.
sound like very concerning?
All right, and Cal. Now that I hit up on another reminder on Veer,
Thank you.
let me go ahead and go to something else. We go to Cal. Cal has the file in his hand, and where are you heading to watch it, or
I'm sitting right here.
in the meeting room with Gromit?
I'm good. What do I have to hide?
All right. Well, while you're going over there to mess with that file, Gromit kind of elbows you to look at Digilife as he leaves the room, and you can clearly see that his skin is gray.
You see this gray motherfucker here?
What the fuck happened to him? Is he sick?
I think he might be a shapeshifter. I'm going to kill him.
What?
What? I mean, what? I don't know. He's fucking
Is
gray.
he sick? Do we need to quarantine him?
Oh god. No more quarantining.
Too soon, too
I don't know.
soon.
Too soon.
Well, with that,
Cal's gonna walk over here. And lock the door. And then walk back.
you do know that like Digilife is your computer expert, right?
Hang out in there for just a little while, buddy. I'll be with you in a minute.
All right. And so you go that way, and you go to the file.
You make a good point. the computer lock on a door is not stopping him.
Yeah, like literally, he has better than Kip has a fantastic computer check.
Of all the people to lock into a room.
Yeah, true that. You make a very good point.
Now, if it was Gromit, it might be a while or beer, but... All right, so you go back in there and then pull up the screen while Gromit's listening, or do you just kind of look over at Gromit while he's just looking at you? You're like, do you want me to hit this?
Doesn't matter to me. What do I have to hide?
Grimok's gonna be like, would you like the room?
Up to you. But I am going to slot whatever that data chip is in and open up the file.
Ooh, baby, let me slide that data chip in.
You slide it in, and you see Alcadar. You, of course, are not Alcadar.
Oh my god, I was about to freak out.
You see Kaladin. And you've never actually met Kaladin before. Because
this Cal hasn't. Yeah, you're right.
Because you showed up into the cave and then just left because you're like, there's nothing fucking there. I'm sorry, there was the beacon, but that's it. And so then you just left. So he goes,
Cal is not known to have super high intelligence.
He goes, Cal, you may not recognize me, but I am your father. No. Because I'm gonna assume you're like, what the hell? And he's like, no.
No, he sees this as a video for now, so he's just watching it as though it's a video, so he's not reacting out loud to it yet.
And so then Kaladin says, For you see, when you first stepped onto the comet, you weren't. I was the first cow that where Gromik and Veer died. I was the first cow that took the escape pod. When I escaped, it was thousands of years in the past. And since then, I discovered, and he goes into the Dune planet and the spice, and he says, "Do not take the spice." Or he's like, "I'm glad you never took the spice, because it would have driven you." And he coughs a little bit, and you see, of course, the purple goo. And he says, "You see, my son, the spice where it gives you power, it slowly rots your insides. And I have figured out, you see," and he goes in an explanation that Alcadar is actually your uncle. If it would be the
His
closest
brother?
thing, his brother would be.
And he was a scientist from that original civilization that stopped the meteor, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I have all the timeline correct in my head.
So
But this cow, is this the cow that knows that or no? I think the other one does.
This was the first cow to go onto the comet. See, because you weren't the only one, and well, you're from a timeline where you were of course, the only one. But whenever you
This is
jump
his
forward,
physical father that he remembers from the junk trawler back then, right?
well, he explains that along his way, he did meet a woman, and that woman ended up being your mother.
Okay. Oh man,
And
weird shit.
so he basically propagated his own. This is the one that actually propagated the. He was his
The cows
own,
that we are.
The loop, yes.
He's the one who started the thing, and his son is the one who ended the thing. One version of him, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it gets confusing because it doesn't follow typical time stuff. Because how can you be your own father? You don't know, because there has to be some other stuff. And then, like, when he says he's your first one, then how does he have Veer and Gromik? Well, you could say that's an alternate timeline or any kind of things. I mean, we're just gonna go along with it and say it makes sense.
Okay.
And so, with that, he says the Alcadar is gathering his forces, and you do not have very much time, my son. Because like
How do I
my
stop
time,
him?
because like my time, yours is also borrowed.
I don't say that out loud. I just think it to myself, actually. But how do I even know how to stop him?
He says, "I know it's a quandary on how to stop a man so powerful, but I believe I've given you the keys. It's just whether or not you can step forward and grab it." And I don't know if Gromik keys on the word key, but I'm going to say key again. And then, and he says, "I do not have very much time left. I'm already expecting others. For you see, there's another group." And then he goes into an explanation. And he says, "By now they failed on their original purpose that I sent them, but maybe some good will come of it."
Cal kind of hangs on the fact that his sister's there
He says, "Yes.
more than
Yes.
about anything else with the group,
Zilla
and the
is
fact that he
dedicated."
died. Does he tell him that?
No, he actually doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Just
He
says,
doesn't
"By
even
now
mention
they've
that, Cal.
already failed." On the purpose that they
Interesting.
were sent to. And he says, Actually, is there anything you want to ask?
No, because I'm still sort of watching this like it's a video, and like he already knows things. But I am thinking about, what Zalia's purpose is, and I'm thinking about what the plan will be to try and combat Al Qadar, and yeah,
All right. Well, you're
and I'm thinking about what he means by they failed. So those are the questions that he would have in mind. So if he knew, then that would be that. But he hasn't asked him a question outright through the, breaking through the veil of it being a recording,
Okay. Well, then in that case, then he is done. He says that he will not. He says that you will not see him again. And even though he did not meet you, Cal, he did in fact meet you at some point, even though it wasn't you. And he's proud of you.
What do you mean by that? I actually say that out loud.
He says the other Cal. Y'all are, of course, very similar. It's like y'all are the same class and everything. And then he fades off. All right, I'll give you a moment to think about that. Who wants to go next?
Fear still hasn't looked at the data from the Kaladin.
All right, let's go back to Veer. Veer makes his way to the computer, and he's like typing it in along with his password to get in there. When once again that damn spider bite, because it affects every level of your life now.
Does.
As you reach forward and you put in that file, as you see an older Cal, and you of course raise your eyebrows like, what the fuck are we doing? I should have never gone into that goddamn comment, because I think you're the one the most bitter about the whole situation.
Oh, come on. He's just bitter all the time anyway.
It's true. I mean, you got me there. I am bitter about it though. Can't just leave things well enough alone.
And then you might maybe even go back to when you were first met this group, way back when they rescued you from that ship, and you're like, maybe they should have just killed me then, because this is just a slow death by 1,000 cuts, because this is just bullshit that I got put up with. I don't know.
What is this well enough alone you speak of?
Yeah, Cal don't know what you're talking about either.
Yes, the catastrophes kind of depend on not leaving well enough alone.
Well, fuck yeah, they do. But all the cool shit does too.
All right, so the older Cal comes forward, and then he kind of, once again, just kind of gives you up to speed. Tells you that there's a second group. Tells you that the other Veer goes by the name of Corin. It's your choice whether or not that rings a bell, or
I mean, that is Veer's name.
and that he didn't care about Krinish at all.
That is such a fucked up way to say that.
Because, in fact, the Veer did not believe that this was even his timeline. Do you have a mild contempt for the other Veer?
I think it's beyond mild.
All
It's-
right.
Yeah.
And
And you think he's a fool for using y'all's
To be fair, the other Veer did have a
Name.
moment where he was like proud of this Veer for going after this person, even though he didn't know it. There was a moment on the other group.
I
Wasn't
think
there,
so,
right?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
And then this Kaladin says, Veer, we've been friends for a long time, even though you don't know it.
I doubt it.
and he kind of coughs, and of course you see purple goo. I gotta at least say it every file.
Purple
Just,
goo. Purple goo.
and he says, see, that Veer took a different path as you. He actually married Krinish.
Oh. Oh, the loathing towards this this Kaladin is strong right now.
If you want, do you feel like that your character would actually just pick up a gun and shoot the screen? Is he like
No.
that kind of?
No, but he's I mean
It's-
he's actually not very strong, but he's just like squeezing the data pad as he's watching this.
And he says they had.
He's not the
So
Doom Slayer.
Remind me of how many
So
kids
mad.
you had? 7 kids.
Me?
Yeah. How many did other?
How many
Gromit,
did Corey have?
didn't I had like 2 or 3, didn't I?
Oh no, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Gromit that had.
No, I had 1 and Gromit had like tons. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Like 12, I think.
I think so.
Gromit
I think
said
I
he had like 12, but I didn't know how many you said.
only had 1.
Gromit out here with a flock of baby orcs.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
You know, and then was it a boy or a girl? Do you happen to remember?
I do not.
Well,
Ron was trying to found his own
I
regiment.
am just gonna say it's a boy. Said
Okay.
He said that Veer had a wonderful boy named Orion. And he had a very happy life once he chose Krinish. Do you regret some of your choices, Veer?
What?
Thankfully, Veer has taken up residence in the cargo bay because he then begins yelling at this recording. He begins yelling, "It wasn't my choice! She didn't want me!"
He said in other futures she did want you. Because of course, like, he's a little clairvoyant at this time. So he knew what you were going to say and scream. So he says, but it is your choice, Veer. You can always choose to be someone different. Do you take the laptop and throw it against the side?
No, he's just fuming. He's like, that's a fucking stupid thing to say.
He says, but now you're after Krinish. Am I right? Veer?
I don't care if she doesn't want me. I will make sure she is safe.
But maybe she doesn't want your help. This Krinish, maybe you've betrayed her.
I freed her.
From what? From love? From a lifetime of happiness? If you have just taken a different choice? Corn is happy, so you could have been too.
Veer takes a deep breath.
So fucking manipulative, this dude.
He's really being an asshole to be. But he does
Why?
know a version of Veer.
Why are you trying to bait me?
He says, life comes down to a series of choices, Veer. And with those choices, you will either find happiness or you will find sadness. Think on that, and then the stream ends.
Stream ends and Veer just spikes the data pad at like the floor of the
Well, if you
The-
broke that
the-
shit, I'd be pissed.
the cargo bay. I made my choices, and it turns out I'm gonna be dark with sadness. His like arm twitches to the side, and he's so mad. He just like runs to a wall and begins beating on it, inevitably hurting himself. And I think that's a good time to pan away from Veer.
Alright.
Oh, he's
God,
so mad.
Kaladin just went in on Veer.
This- Jeez.
Like
Oh
no
my-
mercy.
I'm just seeing Leonardo DiCaprio in what was that one about the kids playing basketball and stuff? Basketball Diaries. Kind of like freak out throwing a fit.
Yeah. Where he's like just.
Veer's not that strong, so probably not even that audible throughout the ship. But yeah, God, he just woof. Poor Veer.
Throws down the keypad and then just takes his gun out and shoots it a few times for good measure.
No, he's physically destroying things. Don't waste ammo.
So like, what was it? Office Space.
Yes.
Where you're
Yeah,
like-
he's office spacing that data pad. Music and everything.
Damn, it
Turns
feels
it
good
on.
to be a Veerster.
Man.
So
God, I feel so bad for Veer. It's so funny because, Corin, like, after we kind of made the backstory, I'm just like, oh, this is going to be kind of like a happy, plucky Veer. He has dark humor because he's still, Veer and everything, but, this he's not going to hate life. And then when, I play with Corin and, like, we're playing through Corin, and Corin's getting his story's getting a little dark. It's getting a little hard. He's kind of leaning a little bit harder towards Veer, and then we come back to Veer, and then you just destroy him. You just really just lay into that dark side of Veer. Yeah,
he
I don't-
ripped off Veer's flesh. whatever grows back is kind of up to development, I guess.
That was the plan. So let's go back to Kip. Kip, you're walking back with your data pad file. Do you wish?
Yeah.
Do you wish to
Yeah.
watch it?
what am I gonna do with Veer?
I go to the terrarium to hang out with my lizard and
Well, you see, the
check out.
lizard still hasn't gotten 100% attached to you, but at least it hasn't started like biting at you every time you come in.
Right, it's like indifferent. I still gotta like do the checks or whatever to get it helpful, but like I'm trying to spend time around it so it gets more like accustomed to me and stuff. So I go in, give it a treat while I boot up the data pad and listen to what the ghost from Christmas Past has to say.
Well, when you get your data file, once again, Kaladin shows up, an older Kaladin that you, of course, have never met before. Or wait, actually, did this Kip? No,
Yeah.
this Kip.
No. Yeah, cause no. That was
That was the other one that met both. Not this one.
yeah, it was Pick that met the older Cal on Eriku before
Yeah,
Take
but
it
he also
off.
met this Cal with in this party. The other Pick met everyone in this party also.
Yes.
With Antiol, which they're the only ones that met both parties.
They escaped. Wait, no, that was the other ones that escaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yeah. So the file comes up. You see Kaladin, older Kaladin, who looks just in rough shape, and he says, Kip, I have a message for you too."
Oh. What would that be?
And he goes into the explanation of course, the background. That way, he wants to make sure everyone knows the background. And he says, "By now, Kip, or the other Kip, has now failed. But you can be happy that she rescued her clan, or at least what's left of them."
That's something. Good on her.
He says,
But how did she fail?
She says, or he says, she was supposed to go there to change the destiny of Auntie Ol, but in that she'd failed.
Well, I'm sure she tried her best.
Trying to decide
And
if are you kind of nonchalant about Auntie Ol now that you found out you're a clone, or you just kind of have a little bit of feelings, or
like I got
to probe a little?
I've got some sympathy, but like yeah, like that it did shake me enough that like I've part of how I've like kind of like how I explained to uh uh what's her face Resha um
I feel like you said
uh
Russia, but
uh,
I know you said
or
Russia.
Rhea Rensha she like you know uh, she's kind of like taken on a new let go of uh these implanted attachments. I mean, it's not like fully got like I said, she's sympathetic, but like she recognizes that's not really her aunt. I guess technically her great aunt, but um, you know, like why she does ask it why was it so crucial to change OL's fate?
She says that he says your Auntie O was one of the keys to making it through. She says in the vision that you had. Do you recall that vision?
Um,
If you can't, that's fine. I'll
oh
recap
wait,
the
no,
vision.
you know what? Hold up. Um, Kip did meet this Cal because this was the Kip that spent some time alone on
Oh
Araku with
shit,
the
that is
natives.
true.
Um, and
This is the spice kip.
this is the spicy Kip.
Yes.
Spicy kip.
um, so okay, so yeah, the vision of her leading the hordes of buggers.
Yes, she says that for now, the swarm will no longer fight on the side of right, but in the side of death. It says in that is where the other Kip has failed. She failed to redeem Antiol, for you see that the queen had a pull on her that was not quite there, and that she was sent to try to kill her. But alas, I believe that she has failed.
Um, so the only way to redeem OL was to have her niece murder her.
To kill the queen. Antiol is
Oh,
not the queen. Antiol hears
oh,
the whispers.
the queen the matter real quick. The queen that we failed to blow up, escaping the pirate planet.
Yep.
He says
Got it.
that he says that the visions of the swarm will now no longer help. I fear what may happen if
Well,
if other plans I've set into place do not come to pass.
what is it that you've come to ask of me, geezer?
Says you, Kip. And he smiles. He says, you followed the same path I did. One of knowledge, and it's going to cost you. By now, you should be feeling the effects. And he coughs. And you see purple goo come out. Go ahead and give me a fortitude save, Kip.
Hold on, I'm not setting up my computer. One sec. Okay. Roll a fort save. 15.
For some reason, you can feel a buildup of phlegm. And you give a little cough.
Ah,
And some weird purplish dust comes out.
so the spice is killing us.
He says, yes, it's addictive. It'll grant interesting powers. However, it will eventually take you if you make it that long.
I was always on borrowed time anyway.
Do you wish to say anything else to Kaladin?
You still didn't tell me what it is that you want from me. I'm in your machinations.
He says,
So
Kip,
what is it?
He says, Kip,
What role do you see for me?
what role do you see for yourself, Kip? What is your plan in life? Do you care about the doctor? Do you care about your history? Do you care about anyone? Now that you have no tether to this world, I have gone through some of the other fates. I also know what it's like to not feel any tethers to this world. Where
I
I
mean,
was not a clone, I can see where somebody might lose their way. What is your plan, Kip?
look, I may not have a real history beyond the handful of months that I've spent with this crew. My time on Arakuv, getting caught up in your little web. But they broke me out of that capsule. They saved me from further experimentation that the drow likely would have done on me. So, for the time, while I'm still figuring all that out, I'm connected to these people. They're my only real family that I've ever actually had in my life. So, I'll help them in any way that I can to help other people. But you know, other than that, I'm living for myself. I mean, but that still doesn't answer my question. You have machinations for me, and I am interested in knowing what your intentions are.
And he kind of just smiles and says, that is a great question, Kip. And then the feed shuts off.
Oh fuck.
Typical.
Dude, Spice Cal is really he's kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Spice.
All right, so here's what I want you to do, Kip.
Yep.
I'll let you make your choice. Next time you level up, take 2 off of your con. Take 2 off of your con.
Okay.
But either add a second level spell slot or second level spell known, your choice.
Okay.
Or I'll let you take a feat for your animal companion because the spice will help you.
Okay.
So
Level 8, I lose 2 con, but I'll gain either my choice of either
a spell slot.
a spell slot, a spell known, 2nd level, or an extra animal companion feat.
Correct.
Okay.
And then as you continue to lose con through your levels, you'll continue to gain more power. So it's starting small.
Got it. All right.
All right. Now let's go to. Anyone want to volunteer?
Sure, let's do it.
Cal?
Yeah.
All right, Cal. Where are you at?
Oh, actually, sorry. I want to interject here,
Okay.
if I may. Veer, after I think thematically after Kip finishes, will bleep uh, to enter.
To talk to Kip?
Well, what? I missed that.
Sorry, it's the send a notice that he wishes to enter this.
But in.
Veer seems to barely be able to contain himself, although I guess he has his mask on. I need your help.
What's up, short stack?
I'm guessing
Something wrong with me.
I think you're gonna see Rinsha also in there, but Rinsha's gonna have like a little ball of fire that she's like bouncing off the wall and it's bouncing back to her.
I don't think Veer cares at all. Is paying any sort of heed to Rensha.
That's all right. She doesn't really pay any heed either.
That's fair. There's something wrong with me. Something keeps on stopping me from.
From what? There's something wrong with all of us. Something that holds us all back. You want to be
That
more
was the wrong
specific?
voice mod. I don't know. I can't seem to aim right.
Adjust your scope.
You is there any like visual sign of the curse that he's going through?
No.
Okay. Well,
It was a wound on one of my arms, and then I used the other one, and the same thing happened. It doesn't seem. It seems no matter what I do.
show me where you were wounded.
I wasn't wounded.
You said you were wounded on the arm.
I thought it was a wound. I checked. There was no wound, and it didn't seem consistent to a specific arm.
Hmm. Sounds like you're cursed, buddy.
Fix it.
You rob any tombs lately? Pick up
Fix
any
it.
Pulls out a gun and puts it to the side. Like what?
We're not there yet.
I'm
Again, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with Veer, and he's not a happy dude.
Fix it. You're the doctor, motherfucker.
I'm trying to figure out where you picked this thing up because
It started with a drow.
okay.
I
One of
killed
them-
a drow, and then I could not aim right after that.
Gotcha. Jason, would it be like a mysticism check to see if I can discern or remember what kind of type of curse that a drow might enchant themselves with?
Yeah, sure. mysticism check sounds fair. I assume you'll first make a medical check, though.
Okay, medical check first.
Yeah, to be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you medically.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was saying, like, let me see your, like, give you an exam. Yeah. So, 18 on the medicine check, 23 on the mysticism check.
Plus,
Nice
it's a little
rolls.
odd that you're in the engineering rather than the actual med bay, but it's your choice.
Well, he came to see me and where I'm at. I'm just checking up on him here, but yeah.
Well then, Kip, I'm gonna say that you can say that Veer is cursed.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
A very powerful curse.
It looks like this might be a little beyond my skill set, Veer.
Useless. He'll storm off.
At least I'm a better aim.
Like everyone's gonna pick on Veer now. Okay.
He's gonna end up doing it to himself. It's gonna be this little spiral down. Like, why would you be nice to someone who's mean to you, regardless of how shitty their life is currently?
I'm just waiting for him to go on a rampant killing spree in the whole party.
Oh, give it time. Veer will probably head to
No.
Cal, actually.
I'm toying with the idea of Al-Qadar giving Veer a choice to join him.
Where is Cal right now? You were about to go towards Cal. Maybe we can mix those two things.
Okay, then Cal, let's go back to you. Cal, where are you going? Are you staying in the little room?
Cal's kind of just pacing, to be honest. I feel like he's got a lot on his mind. He's pacing the halls, just,
All right, then.
kind of thinking.
Let's just put you right down here then. You've left Gromik, and you're kind of going through the hall. Go ahead and give me a reflex save.
Oh. Okay, I'm sort of good at those, I guess. Not really. That should be a +8, though. My sheet still, I forgot Cal's sheet still rolls like garbage, so that's a 17.
Okay, that's good enough.
Oh, I think I might have found a fix for it.
You temporarily lose your balance and have a vision of the other Cal going on the Zanwu. You see that the other Cal left the party and went on the Zanwu. And you see Zelnon there. And you hear him talk to Zelnon. And you hear about the time puppies, Bill and Ted. You have a vision of all that.
Namor has those.
Thamor has one.
What, is it just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
you have a vision of that. And you also see that Kane tries to protect the others, but you see Trelarin die. And you see...
Well, Veer, you see Cal just stagger as he's walking into the room and just kind of fall flat on his ass. And just, like, looks kind of shocked.
Alright, and then you come in.
I need it to be fixed.
What?
I'm
You just see him kind of
cursed.
shake his head.
I need it to be fixed.
Man, you're gonna need some kind of mystic for that.
You do magical crap?
I can do crap, but that's not my kind of crap. 20 mysticism check? I mean, that tells me I need a mystic, right?
Yeah. You'll need something more. Mysticism is very, very particular.
Yeah, I only have like 2 ranks in it.
Oh, wait. I got way better than a 20. Hold on, I got a plus 13, and that only gave me a plus 6, so I got a 27.
Yeah, I'm working on your character sheet now.
Oh, dude, you're a boss. How
I
did
think
you?
I figured out how to fix it. So in the attributes and abilities tab,
Uh-huh.
I guess at some point you filled in information there? Maybe? But you most definitely were not supposed to.
What would I have filled in?
I don't know.
On the code page?
Yeah, there's not supposed to be input values here. It's all just supposed to be blank. So
Oh, I think I did that for the HP because mine wasn't showing up on my thing.
yeah, either way, I'm fixing it.
But
No worries. No worries.
why would that throw
I
off
think
the
this
other
should fix it. At least. Technically, witch warpers do have the ability to cast the spell to remove curses. Whether
Do
Cal
they?
knows that or not, I suppose is up to you all.
He definitely doesn't because he doesn't know the spell.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Cal could say that maybe the doctor that y'all are going to go rescue might be able to help.
Maybe.
Let's go to Gromik. Gromik,
Yes.
you're sitting there at the table, and you're replaying on your mind the Drow Armada.
Yeah.
Found in the void. What do you think you're going to do about it? Since you haven't moved around and you're just kind of chilling there, I'm going to assume you're just daydreaming.
I mean, I think he'd be at the hull of the ship or whatever. You know, like in the cockpit, just like staring into space, kind of.
What do you think you're going to do about that droid or that Drow Armada?
I
What
mean,
Drow Armada?
try to stop it.
How can one person stop the Armada?
I mean, no, but he wants to go where this map is leading him. Where the map is leading him, and then try to freaking, maybe this thing will give him the upper hand.
Do you also think about your friend Dorian?
Not so much. I mean, it just happened not too long ago, but that was with us, right?
Yep. You remember Dorian saying, "If you found a way to kill me, please make it permanent." And you destroyed
Actually, I accidentally
hangar.
killed Dorian, remember?
Yeah, I
I
remember.
stabbed him with the cow blood.
I remember
Yeah,
how
I know.
upset you were about that.
I
But
was
I'm talking
so
about like that
upset.
final chip. You
Oh,
destroyed that final chip, right?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to remember whether you did or didn't, and so I'm reminding you, you did destroy it, correct?
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And so you're wondering what Dorian would have done, and what he said about the Drow, how they came from a different timeline. And you remember your conversation with him quite clearly, talking about how y'all first met, how y'all went on that mission that was a complete travesty. Do you remember that planet? Dorian remembers that planet.
It was this planet, wasn't it? Or this asteroid?
Yes, it was Elantris, where things originally went wrong.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And so you'll be returning to that place that claimed the lives of your other crew members. The Veskian, I don't even remember his name. It's lost to time. Another human, or a human. What were y'all hired to do?
Probably to steal something.
Do you recall what?
It was like a power core, some kind of power core that some physicist was working on.
And so it's a curiosity power core that some physicist was working on. And why Dorian would be so interested in it. And please excuse me, I'm literally just spitballing whenever I'm asking y'all to remind me of stuff, so I'm just kind of moving on with it. And it occurs to you, why would a half-elf drow be interested in a power core that a physicist would be working on? Until you finally put two together. It must have been a drow power core. Now, what could you use with that drow power core? You're trying to remember conversations, and you remember this conversation that Dorian has and says, "We must get it." Why? Because this power core can only be used for one purpose inside the drift, and you realize that the power core must be running, or must have came from that black hole in the void to protect the drow. And you might find out how to get rid of it if you find that physicist. Too bad you can't remember the physicist's name.
It was Fred.
Fred. What an awful physicist's name. Please work with me a little.
Dr. Schlock.
Fred Karaskov.
Fred Durst. Fred Durst it is.
Dr. Fred Durst.
It's canon. Alright.
He's a physicist. He's got to have a PhD.
And with that, we'll move back to... Let's go back to Veer in his endless quest to find out how to get rid of his curse. Veer, you realize that you're on a slave ship, and that guy that cursed you must have some files on himself.
Yeah.
So you go.
Yeah, I think Veer's just going to like storm to the computers. Just start hammering away, try to find information about some stupid drow curse bullshit.
Well, you start plugging in...
Peter's words, not mine.
You start plugging in the captain's name. Do you happen to remember the captain's name?
Nope. Bet I can look that up, though.
All you remember was his last name. Udruzen. And so you type that in, and you quickly see a file on Udruzen. And you're scanning through, and it gives you the basic information, and you just get so frustrated that there's nothing basic information until you realize something. On there, it shows he had a son. You click on the database and kind of work furiously because you feel like this could be your answer. If he has a son, then by God, you'll kill his son or you'll get your curse removed. One of the two.
You just torture him till he removes it or something.
And so you quickly go and you're searching around, and the only thing you find is that he was sold as a slave. It's It's a little unusual for drow to sell their children as slaves. Or maybe not. You don't quite understand drow, no one ever does. But you do have a name, Vincalis Udruzen. And a place. Sold to slavery in Atlantis.
Bum, bum, bum.
Could you repeat the name of that place again?
Atlantis.
Oh, Elantris. I'm sorry. I thought the place was like Vidrugus, or I assume that's the name then.
Is the last name.
Vidruzen. Got it.
Alright. Now with that, let's bounce back to... I'm almost done. Oh, that's off. It's on the moon. We already talked about. Alright, let's go back to Kip.
Okay.
Kip. You find yourself in the medical bay, still trying to find an answer that Veer found. That even though it is a curse, maybe it is medical. Maybe you miss something.
Maybe there's some sort of parasite vector for the curse.
Yeah, as a scientist, you're always interested. Like, what if there's something else? What if I miss something? And you also see Digilife in there. And Digilife turns to you and says, Kip, pow, wham, zam!
Augers.
That is why I did not, in fact, go to him.
He says, what do you think you're going to do after this, Kip? Like, everyone seems to be asking you that question, Kip.
I don't know. Live life to the fullest while I've got it.
He says, I think you should be on my crew. I plan on going those Titans. Did you know that they are opening up a new Titan on Absalon Station soon?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galactic Drift Disc is opening up a new Titan. It's supposed to be top of the line. Never been flown before.
Says like fun. Tomorrow's never promised, but if I ever get there, sounds like a good place to be.
He says, all right. He says,
Augers.
but wasn't Galactic Drift Disc that group ran by that lady y'all messed around with? Or actually, he was with y'all. So
Yeah.
Was that ran by Malta?
Mm-hmm.
He says, what do you think we should do about that? Do you think we should take that Titan?
Like hijack it?
I'm not saying one way or the other, Zampow. But
I don't know. Maybe.
he says,
I'm not outright opposed to it, but I'm not convinced either.
he says the worst that could happen is they'll blame your character. You're a clone.
Well, she's not even from this timeline.
Actually, she is. But she is actually from this timeline. And so are you, technically.
Oh, that's right. No. Wait, so we're in the same dimension as the other team right now?
Yeah.
It would seem so.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's more of a point against doing it. I wouldn't want my mother, I guess, as it were, to take the fall for me.
He says, that's glitching, dude. I get it.
But you know, there might be other ways to ensure that that doesn't happen.
He says,
I'm not exactly prone on to be seen.
oh, he gets it. And he says that he's been on the run for quite a while too. He says that he's planning on getting the damn shapeshifters, the person that took his spot.
Um,
Back when he was known as
Kip
Static Killer.
Kip snaps her fingers and casts invisibility on herself, and I was like, no, I mean, like, I don't tend to be seen.
Says, I get it now. And you see a gleam in his eye. He says, I get it. And you see a gleam in his eye, and you realize that the gleam actually looks a little red.
Hey, Claymore, are you feeling all right?
He says, yeah. Don't be glitching.
I'd still like to run a few scans if you don't mind.
Says, sure. Let me lay down on this this med bay. But you're gonna help me though, Kip, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna help me take that that Titan, right?
Sounds like fun. If we all make it through this.
All right. And with that, he lays down.
And I get bonus on the medicine check for utilizing the med bay equipment.
Yeah, but now we're gonna skip around someone else.
Okay.
Since I'm almost done. Veer, let's pick on you a little bit moment longer.
Sure. That seems right.
So, you double check along with that information, and you realize that you re-see the video of Krennish being tortured on there.
Oh. I think Veer's just going to, like, just sit still and just watch the whole video in its entirety.
Well, you see her just calling out like, help, stop. And you see these Drow just going methodically torturing her in that room where you found the blood. And she says, no. Please, tell me about my son. What happened to my son? His name was Orion.
The fuck?
What does Veer do?
Silently fuming. He's just kind of sitting there watching the entire thing. He had his outburst. Now it's just this. Now he's to the everything is going to add up onto his absolute rage until he cannot contain himself anymore. We'll see when that happens.
And you see that she starts calling out, says that he's only 12 or 13 or tell me exactly, Fear, how long has it been since you've been with Krennish?
Veer never was. Well, I guess maybe he did. I don't know. Gosh. I wrote it down somewhere and I don't remember where.
You want to say
So long.
16, 17?
See. I'd say 12 or 13 years.
All right, let's say 13. Says he's only 13. And you see them, the
He was
Drows
only
being
13.
like, we don't care. And just beat her and says that we're using you as bait and you don't even know it. It's like you're nothing to us. You're not even a stain on my boot. And you see the guy like lift up his boot and then kick her in the face. And goes, oh, wait, maybe you are. And you see that the person that did that was the captain that you eventually got revenged on. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, let's make it a different drow. You don't recognize the drow, but he has a lieutenant kind of thing on him. And he says, oh, we're going to take you to Elantris, and we're going to sell you to the highest bidder. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll have more kids soon. And then, like, leaves. And then I guess
After the video is over, Veer just kind of continues to just sit in the same position, staring at the blank screen.
all right. And with that, you get a communication from Kip. The same time you get a communication from Reg. Cal. Reg says,
Yay! My sheet works. I had to
meet
put
me.
everything back in though.
Reg, you get a communication from Reg, and he says, meet me on Cargo Bay 12. Poses a drow ship under the name of Darkaleth.
Anything that we're gonna need for identification?
It has been handled on paper only. Do not talk to anyone unless necessary.
Understood. See you there.
Well, that's it. It's not like a.
Oh, it's not a back and forth. Okay, got you. I see what you're saying.
It says, meet you at Cargo Bay. What cargo did I say? 12? Cargo. I need to write it down, so sorry. I'm going to say 51. Meet us at Cargo Bay 51.
55.
Under the ship name Darkaleth. Try not to talk to anyone. You're only allowed in there on paper only. That's all I had access to. Reg out.
Reg out.
And with that, you hear Kip over the comm says, everyone come to the med bay.
I run like it's an emergency.
All right. And you see also Trina running to see. Gromit, you were coming to the med bay to see?
Yeah.
Veer?
No.
To the
Nah?
med.
Well, you also see Trina running, and she looks at Cal and says, what's wrong with Digi?
I'm not sure. But maybe this doctor we're about to see can help us find out.
All right, and you open up the doors to the med bay. You look inside. Just 1 second. Let me get to where I want. Where are you? Damn it, where are you? come through the doors, and you see laying on the med bay Dorian Greybeard.
What?
It wasn't actually Thamor.
You see Dorian laying there, and he looks up to Gromit, and I said, "Ah! I told you to get rid of me!" And we'll end the episode here.
The fuck? I'm so confused now.
Digilife downloaded his consciousness into his machine along with the time puppy.
Oh, he did.
And so the nanite slowly took over his body until he became Dorian again.
But now he's Dorian infused with a time puppy.
Back to where he was.
That's awesome.
That's insane. But I kind of love it.
And you
But-
see him thrashing around the med bay.
Wait, what happened to Thamor?
Thamor's gone.
Oh, it consumed Thamor.
Oh, that's
Yep.
fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that he is furious.
Well, Grimlock thought that he did get rid of it. But Thamor stole it.
Yep.
Someone's got to tell Russell what happened to his character.
I don't care.
He got eaten.
By Dorian for downloading something he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Well, I hope y'all like the twist at the end.
Yeah, I don't even know how to feel about this.
It's awesome.
But it's also kind of horrible. We just like that basically just means we watched a friend die.
At the same time that we watched another one get resurrected, albeit one adamant on not being resurrected.
Technically true.
I don't know how
That's
to feel.
hilarious.
I don't know how to feel.
I'm about it.
But
About it.
Fear, you're not even in there. But I
It's
guess
cool as fuck for the story,
Fear's
but yeah,
dealing with his own shit.
it's a tragedy for sure. Oh
You
fuck! What's Trina
basically-
doing?
Trina
You
is
basically-
panicking. And I'm gonna say, see, I kind of wanted to end the episode there on a cliffhanger, but I'm actually kind of
Yeah.
curious how it would go. Okay, I'm gonna say Trina's actually gonna go grab a gun and say, "Bring him back," and like run up to the medical thing.
I'm gonna walk up to Trina and do the calmest intimidation check ever, and just grab the gun and say, "It's not the time for that."
Just let her shoot him. He's not gonna die.
It's
Yeah,
a 34.
You see Dorian like push up against the gun and say, "Do it, do it."
Yeah, but I rolled
I
a
already
34
asked for this
intimidate.
to happen. And you see that Dorian's just mad, and he turns towards Gromit and says, "Gromit, you promised."
Grimlock, I was like, I had it destroyed. Thamor said that he could destroy it completely, where I was not able to. Shit. He's like, come here. I'll reach in your head and pull it out again.
He's like, "Do you think I haven't tried that before?" Cal, give me your blood. Did that do it the last time?
It's not about killing you right now, Dorian. We just lost a friend.
He said, "It is about me. It is about killing me."
I punched Dorian in the face.
All right, no, he's restrained, so he'll take it. But the blood just kind of like you just crack him in the nose, and then like it almost heals instantly.
Don't be so selfish, you asshole.
He says, selfish. You don't even know. You don't even know the pain I've gone through. Like only Veer knows.
But I do know that my friend just
Nobody
died
knows
to
what
resurrect
life.
you. Whether intentional or not, we're going to make the most out of it.
It's like,
No.
do you fill him in on like what's going on?
When he calms down,
All right, he's gonna rage for a little bit.
I punch him again.
He's still gonna rage.
All right, then I wait for him to calm down.
I think it'll solidly take about 30, 45 minutes before he calms down.
That's fine.
What are y'all doing with Trina? She
After
gets
a while,
very
I'm like, "You
angry.
done now?" I asked Pick to help me, and I give her like real pleading eyes, like, "Come on, please."
What's
And Veer's like walking around, like, what's going on? Nothing. He just locks himself in that room, I take it?
Yep.
Alright, well.
Big commotion is happening. Veer just kind of like walks slowly down the stairs, turns, and then just goes into that room.
The dark room.
The dark room is now empty of alcohol.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it.
Alright.
This is like a room full of empty bottles. We still haven't cleaned it up.
So Dorian says the last thing he remembers is being the vision with his AI with Gromik. Is the last thing he remembers.
Yeah, we thought we'd destroyed the last of what you had left. That's what you asked us to do. But apparently Thamor had other ideas. His curiosity was too great. He downloaded whatever was there. I've asked Pick, if possible, to like, please move Trina away so we can talk about this without freaking her out.
Kip
Oh, Kip, my bad.
goes and lays a gentle hand on Trina's elbow and says, "We're gonna do everything we can for Thamor, but in order for us to do our best, why don't you go get some tea in the mess and take a breather?"
She looks at you, flips you off, and then goes towards the mess hall.
This sucks.
Gurmak will kind of, after he walks out, he'll wait a minute and then he'll kind of walk out too. And go talk to him.
To who? Veer or Dorian?
Dorian.
Alright, so you go inside the med bay, kind of stands next to his thing. Dorian looks at you and says, Gromik. That's it.
What? What did he say? I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, it did.
Aside
I heard
says,
you say-
Gromik. And he shakes his head.
Oh. I'm like, he's like, well, buddy, I think you might just be immortal then.
Says, no, it was ended. And he makes like a quick grab towards Cal, but both his restraints like stop him.
I'm like,
Yes, he says you have more to do.
And you can see that he's like straining against the bonds trying to get to Cal. And then just kind of relaxes after a moment, too, like.
And honestly, we could use your help.
Besides, you don't want Thamor's death to be in vain, do you?
He's like, I'm sorry for your friend. But at least he has the sweet release of peace.
Having your body taken over atom by nanites doesn't sound very peaceful to me.
No, it does not, does it?
It was still his choice.
You're
But
right,
at this
it
point,
was. But it wasn't my choice.
But at this point, it's not just your life you would be wasting.
And then he just kind of rants and shakes again on his table. He is so
This is all bigger than one.
He is
I
so
know what
incredibly
you.
frustrated right now.
I get you, Doran. I got you.
Doran, let's just get down to it. We need you to help us. And at the end of this, once we've dealt with the problems that are bigger than ourselves, and you still want to die, then I'll help you.
It's like just walking by. Dorian says, okay. He says he can release me.
All right. I undo his straps.
And he chokes you.
I'm actually
Like
debating on it.
Homer and Bart
Yeah.
style.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, go ahead and give me a 50-50 shot. I feel it's a 50-50 shot that combat starts right here with him having dang near nothing.
But
he's gonna go
if he does, then I'm gonna kind of restrain him.
Well, then you'll have to do it in combat. So let's do a 50-50 shot. I'll let Kyle
right.
roll that he attacks him.
51 through 100 is success.
So he doesn't attack you, or
He doesn't attack me on 51 through 100.
Okay.
He definitely attacks me.
All right, then let's go ahead and roll for initiative, people. Looks like we already
Yeah.
All right.
Rolled a fucking badass initiative.
Oh, Dorian rolled a 1. That's some weak shit.
Rolled a 6.
Click.
Actually, I'm deleting off everyone, so re-roll.
No.
Or okay, then let me.
I rolled too good.
Then let me manually do it then.
I rolled a 15.
All right, then everyone just add theirs. Ah, that's fucking weak sauce. All right, then Kips with 15.3.
Since I go first, can I just strap it back?
No, you release.
Is that an option?
You release.
Can I just fasten the buckles again?
You're like, can I please?
Is that an option?
No, it's not an option. Because he does the whole kind of looking relaxed, and then it's like, fuck it, no.
He just wants your blood, Cal.
That's all. He just wants your blood. Just give it to him.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
what are
wait.
you doing?
Oh, wait, I can't do that yet. Never mind. I'm going to, just kind of poof away.
Just kinda
And
poof away.
boom, I'm on the other side of the door. And I will free action. I will free action lock the door.
Oh yeah, you're just going out the door and then locking it.
Well, I'm the only one who can do anything for him. So what's he gonna do with Gromit in there? He's gonna attack Gromit.
Oh, he might. He's pretty enraged.
We'll just have to see, bro.
It was Reality Leap. I used a spell for that.
All right. So you quickly use a spell, Reality Leap, and then it's Veer's turn. Veer, you hear commotion? Do you just kind of ignore it?
Veer will swift action open one of these doors.
Look out and see Cal with the door shut looking in. Go, hey, what's up?
Yeah, step out. I think he'll just slowly walk out. And then he just kind of like holds out his hand and the sniper rifle appears in them. Let's see. Swift. Oh, okay. That's it. Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay. And who's next? Gromit, you see your friend. Dorian like reach for Cal, but Cal teleports out of the way, and he kind of turns his head towards you, and you can see his eyes blazing with anger.
I'm gonna be like, bring it on, bitch. No, where is it? All right, I'm gonna go full defense, and then try to like talk him down.
Okay. Sounds fair.
And be like, you need to get a hold of yourself, Dorian. You're not doing anybody any good like this.
Then whose turn after that? Kip, you're in the room with two people who are obviously pretty pissed.
Yep. Kip is going to cast Daze on Doran.
Okay. I don't think Days will have any
Will
effect on him though.
oh not
Isn't it
is it
a
CR3 or lower?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but isn't he the one who doesn't?
Now remember he was upgraded
Okay,
by the drow.
got you. So he has character levels now,
Yeah.
because he was just a level 2 character for the longest time.
Correct. And now he's a much higher level.
Got you.
Okay, I guess I'm going to cast Microbot Assault.
Okay.
And so that'll lay each round it'll grant herring fire against Dorn, and cover fire for Grom.
Okay. So stat wise, what's that do?
Basic it'll give a -2 to Doran's KC and uh, and then on attacks made against Grom, -2 to those attack rolls.
All right. Gromrick, what's your AC? Should be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Full defense is +4, so that's 27, and then you have a -2.
All right, I'm taking off the -2 on myself. Still +11. He can only hit you on like a 17, 18, or 19. All right. He lashes out with his arm. You can see that his heart's not into it. I'm just going to say that.
His heart's not in it.
I bat his arm away. I'm like, come on.
Okay, Cal, your turn.
I'm gonna through the intercom say, Dorian, are you gonna sit there and beat up your friends, or are you gonna, be let leave this room and do what you're supposed to do? Do the right thing. And I'm just gonna roll diplomacy.
It takes you a certain amount of minutes to do a diplomacy check.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine. Because he has such a horrible time to hit with no weapons, really, except for his unarmed strike. I'm going to say after 1 or 2 rounds, he's just going to stop. Oh, maybe you should have continued on. He finally hit. Okay. But that's fine. He's just going to rage for a second and then stop. All right. So, yeah, you see him kind of slump down in failure. And you're just kind of looking through the window, and then Veer, I guess, just comes up, looks, and goes, "Hey, oh, it's Dorian." Or after
I think
things come
I
out,
think Veer just slowly walks over to the door, points his rifle at the door, and once it's opened, he will analyze the situation.
You see Dorian's back.
Veer, let's see, probably over at the door. Veer would probably just kind of like lower the rifle and
Say "goddamn comet" and then walk away.
walk away. He doesn't give a shit.
All right, then yeah, I guess here's where we'll stop, unless anyone has anything else.
I mean, there's definitely RP to be had, but I'm good.
Here's some jingling in the room as the door closes.
Jingling.
Cal's gonna walk over here and say, and just kind of bang on the door, be like, "I thought we were past this." Cal doesn't know what you saw.
Veer's getting drunk again.
Says,
If he doesn't respond, I open the door. I said Cal bangs on the door and goes, "I thought we were past this."
Veer does not respond.
Cal opens the door.
Veer is drinking straight from the bottle.
Cal sits down next to him and grabs the bottle and then takes a swig.
Go ahead, say, "I just found out who my father is," just to kind of rub it in Veer's face that he's a father now.
Oh no, he didn't say that.
That'd be awesome.
But he grabbed the bottle like he was doing it reprimandingly, and pauses for a minute, and then just takes a swig of it.
Veer will take it back and swig some more.
Yeah, and Cal and Veer get drunk.
Kip, what are you doing? I guess.
This shit is too much.
Right? Right? What do you want from Bear? I imagine if someone goes to the computer that Veer was at, they could just like he didn't like close anything. He just walked, just stared at it for a long time and walked away.
It's like stuck on repeat. People are like walking by and it's just for repeat.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it just maybe the computer just kind of auto repeats it if nothing happens. Sure, why not? Could be interesting.
Kip, what are you doing?
Kip goes to comfort Trina.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Trina. That's so fucked. Cal was not very sensitive about that.
Gromit, do you say anything to Dorian?
I mean, once he finally chills out, I'm gonna be like, yeah, seems like you're, no matter what body, you're still a little bitch. Just like kind of give him a shove.
All right, he'll just take the shove. It'll crumple like paper. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Hello, I can't hear anybody.
No,
I think we're all just silent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Dorian just takes the shove and then.
But yeah,
Okay.
he just kind of jokes around with him a little.
Bless you.
Yeah, so Dorian just sits there and I'm gonna say he cries a little. It's a little unusual, Gromit. You've never seen Dorian cry.
I'm gonna awkwardly pat his shoulder, be like, "Hey, it's okay."
And then just kind of sidestepping out of the room.
No. That would be the worst.
All right, so now we'll go to Kip. Kip, Trina. What do you say to Trina?
Look, I don't want to get your hopes up too much because I don't know if there's anything to reverse what Thamor did, but he was a fighter, and if there's anybody that could come back, it's Thamor.
Are you lying? Is that a bluff check? Or do you actually believe that?
I actually believe that. Like, Thamor was such a digital dude, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, like,
His consciousness
his
backed up somewhere.
conscience backed up on some server someplace, and it's just a matter of, like, restoring or creating a new body for him and uploading that consciousness to it, like, and you know, there have been like he's created. There's been like imposter decoys of Thamor before. This might have just been a really convincing one and not actually Thamor. Like,
And Trina looks at you feverishly, like almost a crazy person.
Oh,
not
no.
quite a crazy person, but almost like a crazy
No,
person.
because she just realized something. She goes, "Did you take his blood?"
No, I didn't go. I didn't get it.
Did you take his blood?
Wait. I don't know. DM, you tell me how far through those medical tests did I get before?
I'm gonna say yes, you can, if you wish to answer yes, or no, you can't if you wish to answer no.
Oh.
But this could be something, but it could be.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got a sample that I was getting ready to run tests on just before he finished turning.
You know what? She gives you a hug and goes, "The doctor, you're a clone. We can clone him back."
Oh my god, what the fuck? She really has lost it.
Well, that's an option.
How do you feel about that, Kip?
Well,
This is an ethical question. Like,
I look Trina in the eye and I say, "Look, that's a possibility. Couple of stipulations, though. One, I don't know how whole that sample is. Like, those nanobots had pretty thoroughly affected him by the time I got the sample. For all I know, it's Dorian's blood in that sample now.
No, it's
Two,
not. It's Digi's.
okay, it's a well at two. Even if we clone him without Thamor's
oh my god, no.
without Thamor's original consciousness or whatever, like it won't be him. I may be very much like my original in a number of ways, but I'm still my own person, and this clone of Thamor will be his own person, and I want you to be prepared for that.
She says, "Yes, of course," and you can clearly see she is not catching on to a word you said.
Oh god.
She says, "May I hold
Kip
him?
shrugs and goes, "Well, I'll do what I can to help."
May I hold him? This is all that's left of my Digi."
Oh my god.
Yeah, just don't break the vial.
No, of course not. And she grabs it. She says, "I'll have you back, my love. I promise."
Oh my god, what the fuck? The true creepiest character we've run across. Like, this is way creepier than that spider drow.
Alright, then I guess we'll stop there. Alright, so that's our basic recap of this crew. I think we hit on everything. Can anyone think of something we didn't hit on?
We level 8 now.
Yeah, we're gonna be level 8.
Cool.
Heck
And
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the extra animal companion feat. I did actually already take the mounted combat feat for level 7. So this will be my second animal companion feat.
Alright, cool.
I'll go with the adapter or whatever.
Heck yeah.
So what y'all think
Heck-
of the recap?
heckin' yeah.
Different
It was good. I like RP sessions. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what y'all think of the twist on Dorian?
It's fucked up and also cool. Like, out of character, it's cool as fuck. But
Yeah.
in character, it's fucked up and a tragedy.
Made sense. Made a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Yeah, but I literally
Vermont's
I
okay with it.
I didn't.
He doesn't really like Digi.
I didn't realize that Thamor had kept like whatever like data or sample or what have you that.
That was
I
his
I mean,
decision,
once he
Russell.
brought it up, I remembered that he did do it, but I didn't think about it either. Like,
that
the
was
great thing, I had no clue that where that was going.
that was a choice that Russ made, right? That was like one of the last sessions that he
Yeah,
played
that was
with
his
us.
last choice.
Yes, it is.
Well, that was the last session he played as Thamor. The last session he played with us was when he introduced the robot.
Yeah, true. The robot character. What the heck?
Processing. Alright, so
I feel bad for Ver.
are you happy with the recap? Do you feel like that the Veer character is a little bit...
Dude, he's
He's at a
like,
crossroads.
Crossroads is a generous way of putting it. He is on the brink of a complete and utter just like I don't know
Dude,
shift into insanity.
level 8 is about to be a massacre.
Well, see, my
Yeah.
master plan, Veer, is maybe in the final thing give you a choice of turning on everyone to get your life back.
Get your life back. Get your wife back.
I just want to put that out there, just
Maybe.
to see.
We'll see if he lasts that long, man. I don't
So
like
do I.
you're saying it like it's gonna be a long time off. At this point, depending on what happens, he might lose his shit. He's super close. Cause he just sat, despite what he should have done. He just sat and watched Krinnish get tortured. Nah, he's not. He's delving into the insane. I'm pretty sure. Like his mind is breaking.
Cal, how do you feel about your recap?
It's a fucking lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. I mean, yeah, Cal's overwhelmed as fuck, as
Shit.
always. But he still feels like he has to do what he has to do, and he has like an obligation to protect these people who he cares about now. And and he feels like this whole thing is bigger than we are.
How do y'all like me adding stories as we go? It's a little weird.
I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay, because
I like it.
I'm just
I
shooting.
love
I'm
it.
shooting
Like,
for
I
y'all
think-
up on like the Orion thing. I was leading up to it, but
We can feel all the chips kind of lining up. I know that we have to do something here to gather a powerful ally, and whether that's freeing the slaves or whether it's something else that we haven't had revealed to us yet. We know we need something.
I really don't know.
I mean, the good news is if Veer loses his shit, he's still currently cursed, so it's harder for him to hit. Just saying, little blessings.
Well, blessing.
Well, Veer's not in this alone.
Gromit, how do you like your arc?
It's getting there.
It's getting
We'll
there.
see.
I hope that's what came across with Cal. I mean,
It did, and I think that Cal. It's interesting because this is like Cal reaching out to Veer to say, "Dude, you're not in this alone." That is not how Veer sees it at all. And I don't know if he's going to.
interesting.
He's so absorbed in everything and just like stewing and angry, and I don't think he in any other way, I don't think he sees anybody else. Like he sees them do things, he perceives the world around him, but to no depth. He's just so he's coming so close to just losing it completely.
Well, you're in good
I don't know.
company
We'll
with
see.
Trina.
Yeah.
Trina got there real fast.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that whole thing's fucked.
Kip, what do you think about your arc? Because man, I really don't know what to do about your character. Like, because I feel like half the stuff you wanted done with your character is being accomplished by the other character.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, like,
So I'm trying to find out like what to do with your character because man, I do not know.
that's kind of that's I don't know. That's kind of the like her arc is figuring out what she wants to do. Like,
Well, that's what I'm
she's
trying.
not.
I'm trying to. That's why I asked the questions like a couple
Yeah.
times. I'm like, Where do you see yourself? Because I'm trying to work in a little bit for everyone as we
Like,
go, but
uh, like I don't know, cause like she doesn't like she knows what she doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to just chase after Pick and Bria and like co-opt her per like she gets that.
trying to be the own person.
Yeah, that is like her objective is just to kind of carve her own way. And I don't know, like do what she can to like help make things better, but like right now she's just like trying to mitigate the damage around her.
I think everyone's trying to mitigate the damage.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
And make Lizard friend.
Poor
She-
Veer.
Like I said, I just hope everyone's having a blast.
I
It's
am.
a great campaign, and it's coming to an end. And I want y'all to remember the characters: Biggie, Kane,
Who?
Vasher, uh, just how y'all met and stuff like that, because it's getting close to the end.
fucking
Yeah.
Biggie.
All the weird twists. Picking up Veer from some random stranded ship so long ago. Gromit joining y'all on Absalon Station with Dorian. Dorian melting in front of y'all's eyes. And then coming back and doing some weird visions. Cal's father being himself a long time ago, but not really himself because he's on the other side of it. Al-Qadar being one of the original people on there. Broken Rock and all the craziness on Broken Rock. I basically just left Hightower, never joined the Pirates Council.
They fucked us.
Well, we did all we were supposed to do and got screwed completely for no reason.
Maybe.
Maybe. What did we do? A favor for the leader person, and what did she do? Stab us in the back for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you confronted her?
No, we ain't got time for all that. We had shit to do real quick. We had to. Like there was someone leaving on a ship.
That. We got shit to do. You know, I can't wait till in the end when I give y'all all the spoilers and all the stuff y'all didn't do. That'll be great.
I mean, the ship was
Crisscross
leaving. Like
bars.
if we had done that, like
Yeah, like Trelarin, the Zanwu. I've had a pretty interesting campaign. Dune finding out the swarm where the big worms. Finding some of that things. Me adding on spice. Meeting the Freeman. Gromit and his tribe of orcs living on an asteroid. Brick Block, the dwarf, where y'all met Reg. little sad we're getting to the end.
It's been awesome.
We'll see at the end. Unfortunately, I'm starting to have writer's block, and I don't really know what to do next.
Well, I mean, you know what the formula is, right? Like, we have a big ass battle coming. We know that the Swarm's going to be on the wrong side of it. We know that Alcadar is going to be on the wrong side of it, so we just need options for allies.
Yeah, y'all have a couple of options. Yeah. I have a couple of options.
Hopefully the doctor can fix Veer's curse.
And then I'm
We need to
constantly
find
giving y'all
Trelarin
sidetracks that
first.
y'all can go off of. I'm constantly giving y'all sidetracks.
I mean, we need to find Krinnish first. That's the first priority when we get there. And then second priority is get the doctor out.
A little sidetrack is find the drow, right, Veer? And then another sidetrack is find your bounty. Yeah, because everyone's had a chapter. I got Kip with the thing we just completed. Gromix is possibly coming up. Cal's had his at the beginning, and now we're going into Veer's. So everyone's pretty much at a chapter.
I don't know. God, poor Veer. I feel so bad for Veer.
Yeah, so we're going to confront some truths on Veer and see how it turns out. See if Krinnish is dead. You find something but her corpse.
See if Krinnish is dead.
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what. I gotta figure out what he'd do in situations. He is not a happy camper. Hey, even with my -4, my attack bonus is +10.
Oh my god, shut up. I have so many combat feats already. I'm just trying to figure out what additional combat feat I could possibly benefit from. I'm thinking maybe mobility would be pretty good.